podcast with myself and Mr. Baxter, and today, again, we've not got Mr. Allsop because now he's high and mighty, or so he thinks, being in charge of Year 10.
An awful lot, doesn't he?
That voice you hear is what is often referred to as the best English teacher in the Federation, which is, of course, Miss Zhang. Say hello, Miss Zhang.
Hello.
Oh, there you are, very cheery.
That's news to me.
Considering
Great.
we are at school still. Well, it's only 4:30, it's quite early. We've only done half a day.
4:30.
Got many an hour to go.
We do.
Right, before we start today, this morning, I don't think I've seen you yet today, I was watching Captain Phillips, just to make sure it was age appropriate for Year 7.
Where is this going?
Which it is obviously not. I was so engrossed, I got my coffee, and before I knew it, I'd spilt all of it. I don't know if you can see, I've got coffee stains everywhere, from my shirt to my shoe. Can you
This is
see?
really typical. That is disgusting.
So, I tell you what, I've been buzzing today with the caffeine, that's the secret. Anyway, right, so, case study today is about Nottingham. Now, I've realised, obviously I'm not from Nottingham, I'm from Derby, and you are also not originally from Nottingham.
I'm from Leicester.
From Leicester, which I've never been to.
You're really not missing too much.
Is there one
all
good
right.
redeeming feature?
Uh,
Apart from obviously that you live there.
well, my dog lives there.
Yeah.
Monty.
Oh.
We do have the biggest fireworks outside of India.
Do you?
Yeah, we do, on the Golden Mile.
So is that around is it Diwali?
Yeah, Diwali time.
Okay,
And
right.
everyone flocks to sort of like the Golden Mile, and we have an amazing fireworks display.
But back to Nottingham.
Yes.
That's our case study. It is in paper 2, and generally we've got to know about the opportunities and the challenges. But first of all, when you go around Nottingham, in terms of, we call it the demographic, like the type of people that are in Nottingham.
We do also have a nice mix of ages, I feel, because we have 2 universities. So if you go into the centre of town, it tends to be quite a young student mix.
That's what I've noticed, because particularly when I contrast it from Derby, everyone's like, if you go in Derby in the day,
it's full of oldies, isn't
they're
it?
really old.
Full of you.
What, am I that old? I'm
Well,
now in
you're going grey, aren't you?
30 plus bracket.
You
In fact,
are,
I've
you
still
are.
got my hair.
You know when you get that questionnaire and you have to click the next bracket? That is a
the next
bleak
one.
moment.
Oh dear, I am there. God, an old hand. In Nottingham in particular, in 2004, loads of countries joined the EU, and a lot of these countries, the people came into Nottingham and are now here. So sort of Poland, Hungary, Romania, places like that. So in terms of what Nottingham is made up of, a lot of people from Europe, but then there's lots of people from further afield, Asian countries like China and Japan. And I remember at university, the library was always full of Chinese people. And what do you think? Go home. Like, they would sleep there.
Yeah.
But I realise now, like, how much did we pay for university a year?
Well, I paid £9,000, unfortunately, a year,
you see,
whereas you got away with 3.
I think it was 4. If we round it up, I think it was closer to 4. Because if you're from, like, China, you can pay up to about £35,000.
Yeah, it's a massive, extra, isn't it?
Yeah. So they probably couldn't afford to maybe go home. They probably didn't have a home because they spent £35,000 to work.
It is massive.
Go to one of our universities, and I guess we take it for granted. Right then, so in terms of the opportunities in Nottingham, on TripAdvisor, which isn't Mr. Baxter's view, but the view of thousands of people that have
Brilliant.
decided to go to Nottingham and then write about it, because people do that, in sort of the city centre, number 1, this is slightly out, was Woollerton Park. Which makes sense, doesn't it?
It's not really in the centre though, is it?
No, but they've classed it as a Nottingham City attraction.
Okay, fair enough.
Any guess what number 2 is?
Oh, the castle?
That's in the top 10.
The
think it was 5.
caves?
Again, top 10. I'll give you one more guess.
The lion. Market Square.
Market Square
Is that a
is
tourist
not number
attraction?
2. It is in the top 10 yet again. You're doing well. I'll tell you, it's the trams.
Is
Riding
it?
trams, yeah, is number 2 on TripAdvisor.
Does that count as a Nottingham City attraction? Because it spans.
It does, but it goes into the city centre.
Okay.
We'll go with it. We haven't got time to argue, so
Okay.
just agree with me. That's what.
Yes.
That's what you're here for.
I should have guessed that, really.
Okay, so the trams are good. You know, they are very sustainable. Not to belittle these people, but they've only killed 4 people since they were sort of put
It's not
in.
a bad figure,
Which
really.
isn't bad. You know, it must be devastating to be one of those 4.
Definitely.
That can't be a very nice way to go. Right, okay, in terms of the opportunities then, universities. You mentioned them. Well done, you weren't prompted at all. We've got 2 really good ones
We do.
in Nottingham. University and Nottingham Trent. University of Nottingham is the 19th best in the country.
Yes, represent.
Well done. And Trent is 38. Now,
It's not bad at all.
I now realise, saying this out loud, that you went to Aberystwyth University.
I did for my undergrad.
So So we'll have to get you back when we do that case study. You can tell us all the things you got up to.
Oh, let's not.
At peer pleasure.
No, peer pressure.
Pressure. Why do I say pleasure?
Peer pleasure. It's just sounds a bit seedy.
Well, that's why I thought that might be
no,
a bit of an
that's
edgy
not.
name.
No, not edgy at all.
Well, you come back to that one.
Okay.
Just in case you're interested, Derby University is ranked 97
Woohoo,
in the country.
Derby!
Go us. The last one, 130th, is Wrexham Glyndor. So anyone out there aspiring to go to university, probably don't go there. Now, so we've got the good unis. We've got East Midlands Airport.
We do.
Which has been very nice. Lots of big companies. The two we choose is Boots, because there's a huge headquarters there.
Yeah.
And my old man, Mr. Ian Baxter, we worked at Boots for years
and
and years. So
that's cute.
Keeping it in the family. We also just do Speedo, just for that one.
Do we actually?
Yes, we've got the European headquarters in Nottingham. It's not too far from the train station. Yeah. But we only use this just for that one moment when we introduce it in class. Someone at the back jumps up and shouts, "What, pedo?" It happens every year, but we've got to humour them, haven't we? The Lace Market, you've been there before?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Favourite place.
Oh, is it really?
It is,
Why
I love the Lace Market. I just feel it's a bit more like my place. A bit trendy, a bit edgy. It's not your normal go-to place.
Not too mainstream.
Not too mainstream.
Okay. Well, that's an area of regeneration, which is another sort of case study now example. But that's changed quite a lot. Right then. Can you think of any more positives? That's sort of my list exhausted. Any more good things about Nottingham?
We've got some nice historical places. We've got the caves.
Yeah, never been.
We've got the largest network of caves, haven't we? In the UK, is it? I've been down these caves quite a few times.
They must have told you that.
I know the tour so many times. So we've got that. We've also got the castle.
Yeah.
We've got quite a few galleries, haven't we?
Just a few. Not
we've
really
also got the thingies of justice.
Yeah, Galleries of Justice.
Galleries of Justice.
In the Lace Market.
In the Lace Market.
That's very good. See what you did there. All right, well, what about the challenges then? So, unemployment is quite high in some parts of Nottingham. In particular, Bulwell and Asperley. Now, I don't know these places, and obviously we need to state that there are some good parts about these places, but from a statistical point of view, there's a lot of people that don't have jobs there. And they're actually in the worst 10% in the whole country for deprivation. Yeah. Not having access to like good schools and good services, and obviously not having aspirations and maybe getting jobs in the future, which is really bad. Pollution's also really bad in Nottingham. Public transport. Now we've put millions of pounds into new cycle lanes into the city centre. What are your views on cyclists?
I think it's a really, really great idea, but it's difficult, isn't it? Because you've got to combat the cyclists with the tram lines. Like you see them all the time going over the tram lines, and their wheels get stuck. It's quite dangerous, isn't it?
Well, my PGC teacher a few years ago actually got her bike stuck in the tram track.
What do you do?
Well, she fell off.
Oh my god!
And hit her head. Yeah, she was.
Jeez.
I know. So yeah, I guess what is the message there?
I think the cycle lanes.
Make sure you get your cycling proficiency.
Maybe always wear a helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you wear a helmet.
Also, no new homes being built. The price is going up. So a lot of people are having to build into the countryside because that's where the space is, and there's obviously a demand. Now, do you know where Field Farm is in Stapleford?
I know of it.
So there's a new development there. Was a farm, obviously hence its name. Now loading new houses on there, but people in the local area are being terrorised because all the hedgerows are being cut down to put houses on. So, what animal do you think might be invading all local homes because they haven't got the hedgerow to live in?
Badgers, foxes, birds.
What do you get around your house? You get all these.
Badgers, yeah.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
You ever seen a fox scream?
Yes,
oh my God, that's
terrifying.
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
No, it's mice.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, lots of mice going into these homes.
Oh,
I've actually got
field mice.
Yeah, I've actually got a quote from a local woman.
Oh my gosh.
Who said this was off Nottingham Post. "I do not like it at all. I daren't go into my shed anymore or leave the back door open."
They're only little mice.
Who leaves the back door open anyway? That's a bit dangerous.
That is pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
We have quite a lot of petty burglaries in Beeston as well.
That's it. So any petty burglars out there, head down to Field Farm. This woman, come on in. Now another big problem is homelessness.
Yes.
Particularly around Nottingham. I don't know, particularly in the young people. I don't really know why that is, but a lot of young are out on the streets. The problem is people in Nottingham generally are really, really generous to these people. Now I want you to guess again. How much, according to Nottingham Post, does the average homeless person earn? in Nottingham.
In a week
In a
or
year.
in a year?
Like, as their yearly salary, if you want to put it that way.
I don't know, 10 grand?
45
45?
Up to 45 grand.
You're joking.
So people now, this is now attracting people that just pretend to be homeless on weekends to earn a couple of £100. But it's also attracting people from like Lincoln, Leicester, Derby, all coming in because they know
Really?
how. I think it could be the students, when the student loan hits and you go from broke to, oh my goodness, this is the most amount of money I've ever had in my account.
Yeah.
And I wonder whether they're sort of
Late
playing on
nights
that.
as well.
Yeah.
And you're just having a burger.
Yeah.
And then someone comes and asks you, you're just going to go, yeah.
Now, linked in with homelessness is apparently got quite a big problem with drugs in Nottingham. Just before Christmas, there was a lot of stopping and searching of people that are out, sort of having a good time, want to sort of seeing Christmas in a happy way. There was 40 stop and searches. Get a load of this. There are 5 arrests, which in itself seems quite a high number out of 40. Maybe not, I don't know. I live a quite sheltered life, so I'm not sure. Out of these 5 arrests, here we go. There was 15 bags of cocaine, 2 wraps of crack. Is crack not the same as cocaine?
No, I think it's
I'm not
different.
a man of the streets.
I think it's like one. I don't know. It's one powder and one I don't know.
Okay,
I'm
someone will have to put in the
experienced.
comment what the difference might be. 4 MDMA tablets
Okay.
and 7 bags of cannabis.
Yeah.
Now, fair enough. Okay. I guess the message there is don't do drugs because I'm sure these people have been arrested. Got a
Well,
criminal
yeah,
record.
it can ruin your life, so just don't do
It
it.
can do, yeah. But the one we sort of focus on, just because Nottingham seems quite rife with it, is Black Mamba.
Yeah.
Or sort of the zombie drug.
Yeah,
as it
yeah.
can be called.
Spice.
Now, there was a guy who was apparently a huge supplier of this in Nottingham called John Henderson.
Right.
But he came up with a nickname, though, didn't he? And this is ultimately how he got caught, because his sort of nickname was on all the business cards that he was handing out. So he's, he's...
It's strange how they always do business cards and loyalty cards.
Yeah, who does that? It's very...
It's really
very
odd.
90s. So he's called Johnny Mamba.
Right.
That was his...
Yeah.
I don't know whether self-proclaimed or what. So yeah, so Johnny Mamba was selling a lot of black mamba. Only killed apparently 2 people in Nottingham last year, which again seems quite low.
It is quite surprising, isn't it?
Considering
for a synthetic chemical drug.
Apparently it's only £3.50 a wrap.
Jeez.
As well. So
no
I guess...
wonder it's so big amongst our homeless, isn't it? Because it's so affordable.
cheap, isn't it? Yeah, they do say if you see a homeless person want to give them something, they say give them food, don't they?
Yeah,
That's the best thing, because obviously, like...
You don't know what they're going to be spending the money on.
No, and who are we to judge?
No.
Good, so I guess the message today is do your cycling proficiency. Don't do drugs. Certainly Black Mamba. And Nottingham isn't all
Go
that bad.
down to the caves for a good time.
And on that note, it's goodbye from me.
Bye, thanks for having me.
Bye-bye.